You want to support Roland Martin Unfiltered? Be sure to join our Bring the Funk fan club. Every dollar that you give to us supports our daily digital show. There's only one daily digital show out here that keeps it black and keep it real as Roland Martin Unfiltered. Support the Roland Martin Unfiltered daily digital show by going to RolandMartinUnfiltered.com. You can make this possible.
Why has this gathering here been called?
Because this is an emergency convening. Because 2020 is the year where we either figure out how to fix this stuff or we have our next two generations that are essentially screwed. Why? Because what the Republican agenda is to make sure that they fill up the courts. So it doesn't matter whether we win elections or not, they can take whatever legislation we pass to the courts. And so they're going to go through all kinds of efforts to suppress our vote. The other reason why this is called is because of the census. So we have to think short term, and short term is the election, long term is the census, and they have a pretty cynical plan around the census this time. The census is supposed to be filled out online. So all of your listeners are going to get a postcard that says, go online and fill out your census. Now, who's going to do that? Now, you know if we're not counted what that means.
But also in Texas, they've actually set no money aside
for
the census. I mean, it's as if it was crazy is that you would want to do it in order for your state to get more money.
Exactly. So what Texas is going to do then is to just depend on the federal money. And that's just crazy. That's not adequate. In California, very liberal state, our state's added $100 million to the budget for the census.
One of the things that I have talked about, and Dr. King wrote this in his book, Chaos or Community, he said that there are four institutions that are prime position to really save Black America. He said the Black church, the Black press, he said fraternities and sororities, and professional organizations. And one thing that I've said across the country is that gatherings like this are fine. The problem I have is too many of our institutions do not even realize the collective power that we have in terms of our numbers. The Divine Nine alone has more than 2 million members. The ability to be able to press a button and to activate all of those grad chapters. And I think part of this deal for me is, when I speak to these various groups across the country, is that they're gathering, but they're not saying, no, how do we use our organizational power to be able to make something happen?
That's right. That's absolutely. But I would add a category to that, and I would add grassroots organizations, because there's a lot of social justice, grassroots community organizations that are involved in turning out the vote. We'll hear about some of them tonight. And I do think that we need to add our collective power. That's why we call this a National Black Leadership Conference, to bring everybody together to talk about how to do exactly that.
You want to check out Roland Martin Unfiltered? YouTube.com/Roland S. Martin. And subscribe to our YouTube channel. There's only one daily digital show out here that keeps it black and keep it real. It's Roland Martin Unfiltered. See that name right there? Roland Martin Unfiltered. Like, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. That's YouTube.com/Roland S. Martin. And don't forget to turn on your notifications so when we go live, you'll know it.